is it fog for all you conspiracy theorists? It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, we've got a few runs to get done now over the next few days, so again, this weather is not ideal. But first we've got some life admin to do, so I've got to go and get the food shop in. We've got a few bits to do because we are looking to put our house up for sale. So lots of stuff to do and things have moved really quickly. But Tuesdays for me are really heavy. I speak to every single client, we do one-to-one check-ins with them. I actually fell asleep on the couch at 5 PM for like 15 minutes. I'll try and find the video and put it here, but I fell asleep with my legs crossed, basically. But then I had to get up because we had a high rock session to go and do, so whereas Wednesday is a little bit more chilled. Obviously everyone's been spoken to, so that's all good. And then Monday, the morning's just about like working on the business and like planning and stuff, which I'm a little bit frustrated with at the minute, which I'll come to at some point in the video. And then training, content, all that other good stuff as well. So right now I'm gonna go get the food shop in. Might give you a little bit of a look at what I get, and then we've got an interval session later, which is looking quite heavy.
I said this the other day, if you see me and Aldi recording videos for TikTok or Instagram or trying to be funny, shoot me, because my career's went down the pan, and here I am, filming myself in Aldi.
So yeah, I must have hit an all-time low from recording in the Aldi, but I think the most important thing when it comes to a food shop is it takes me about 15 minutes, if that, because realistically we have around 30 foods in our diet, so it can remain the same. And I think this is where people get a little bit confused with stuff, is that they try and reinvent the wheel every single week and make all these new recipes because they think they're going to get bored or they're dieting, whereas my food shop's the same every single week. I grab chicken thighs, 5% burgers, 5% meatballs. I grab the normal stuff. I know where I'm at, Greek yogurt, bum. I know where everything is because I go to the same shop every single week. So as you probably tell, and I've said it many times, just keep it as simple as possible. Adherence is the most important thing. Forget about optimization. There's no such thing. Adherence is the thing that drives the needle forward, so you need to fix that level first. So only time I'll change stuff is that if you've got a carb load at the weekend, I'll buy more carbs. That's the only difference that I'll have. So now we're going to go home, unpack this, and then I'm going to go down and get the run done in the middle of the day. That is the aim of the game. So we've made it down to the track. Today we've got a mile repeat, but before we'll break it up a little bit and do sets of 400. So I've been on the track for a while, so I thought come down, we'll go into like 400 meter fast, 400 meter slow for a mile, and then obviously have a little bit of a break between, and then have about 5 reps of that. So just doing a little bit of a warm up, 2k warm up, but 1k into it, then we'll get into our session. So let's get it. There we go, minute rest, and then we're going to get into our miles. So again, I'll try and record this as much as I can, but yeah, it's hard when you run fast.
Morning lights, new dawn, yeah, we ready for more. Breaking out newborns, driven by the allure. Facing life head on, blowing fresh at the door. No limits, all in it, yeah, we ready to soar. Every step that I take, every move that I make, anticipating, no more waiting, elevating the stakes. Some full stride, eyes open, captivating the scene. True life, my time, liberating my dreams.
There we have it. That was tough. 5 reps, mile each, 400 at 3:55, 400 at 4:50 twice, and then a 2-minute rest between. So yeah, just got that finished. Got a 1k cool down, but that was quite tough. But surprisingly felt good. Again, the way that you have to think about it is both of them paces were under marathon pace. So that's the one session that I've said before on the channel is I struggle with the most when you're going up and down in paces. Whereas when I do like a 400 meter at like 3:30 or something, I can recover and then go again. But when you're bouncing up and down with 400, it's quite difficult. So, well, I find it difficult anyway. So we're going to get this last 1 kilometer done and record some more content. Let's go.
just recorded a little bit of a training for our team, so it's all about fueling to run and what to actually do from like a half marathon, high rocks, full marathon, etc. I might share the video on YouTube at some point, but that's for the team at the minute. Again, it's going to be part of the hybrid project resource section as well. So again, just constantly updating the team with longer term trainings that they need, and getting the iPad out and making it, you know, really easy to digest. So yeah, just done that now. We've got a training session to do today. Again, but it's been a very, very busy morning, so I need to get the motivation to go to the gym. Let's go.
Woo, let's see if we can get this nice. Woo, perfect, first sip. Oh, but I haven't had a monster for ages. Third caffeinated drink of the day. My routine is coffee when I wake up, coffee at 9 when I start work properly. That's like my routine, and then I usually have one like now before I'm going to the gym, or like before 2 o'clock is a cut-off time. I've also got some sweets because probably not the best thing, to be honest. I don't really need carbs before training. There is a big thing where, you know, you need a pre-workout meal and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much. And just to clarify, what I mean about a pre-workout meal is that you don't need to smash food like half an hour before your session if you've already eaten. So like I like to think about it like a 4-hour window. Like if I ate my oats 2 hours ago, so 2 hours ago I had my oats, I'll train now and then I'll wait a little bit and then I'll eat. Whereas like them sweets are not for like just extra carbs in the system, it's because I actually wanted them. So you don't have, especially when you're dieting, you don't have to grab like sweets or, you know, squares bars or anything like that just because you're going to the gym. Part of it's placebo, but I said, in my opinion, when you're dieting, you want to try and save as many calories as you can, put them towards meals as opposed to snacks. But if you're like me, you're not dieting, I'll do what I want. No, but being seriously, that's one thing that I want to try and fix a little bit more is my nutrition. So I've said to myself this year is that I'm around 96 kilos on average. I want to try and get down a little bit lighter to like, you know, 94 or sub 94 would be ideal. Just get a little bit leaner, be a little bit lighter on my feet, because it's only going to benefit me for the running side of things as well. And I started doing that this week, which is just tidying things up little by little. And I said this to my client the other day, he was doing the same thing. Like, he's running, but he also wants to drop body fat. It's not about just like dropping 10 kilos as fast as you can while running a marathon, like, or doing a marathon prep, because mileage is going up here. You don't want your food to come down here. So I just said, as long as you're moving forward week by week, and you might be like, you know, if you tighten things up a little bit, you might drop 100 grams, 200 grams a week, maybe a little bit more, a pound a week. Like, that's going to be absolutely ideal, as long as you can keep your energy high enough, performance good enough, while still dropping a little bit of body fat. You're going to be in a good position. So what I'm saying is, if you are in that position, don't always put so much stress on it while you're in a marathon prep, because you can break it down into phases.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here, ain't stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L.
A little bit of a later finish today, 6 p.m. We just got off the back of 3 review calls with the team. So as I said, every Thursday we like schedule in. Everyone has a 6-week review on top of their weekly reviews and their daily touch points and stuff like that. But Tam, 2 weeks in, meant to be at 70.8 after 30 days. We are now down to 69.4. So 4 kilos lost in 2 weeks, which is all good. So again, that's what happens when you've got clarity, when you know where you're going, what it looks like. Am I doing the right thing? No more questioning, no more guesswork, which is something that he's done in the past. Has complete clarity with where he's going. He knows what he needs to do, and he's reaping the rewards of it. So any more information on that, on coaching, hit the link in the description or drop me a message on DM, and I'll be happy to send over any info and see if you're a good fit. Anytime I do that, if I go on to there, every time I go to like put my card in,
Right, you couldn't write it, could you? So this marathon prep, we've had rain, snow, ice, sleet, everything. And today we've got another storm. So if I go into my back garden, you might not be able to see because of the glare. No, you won't be able to see it. There is a tree in my garden that fell from next door. Like, I mean a tree. So I'm meant to have a progressive run today and then a long run on Sunday, but I just don't know how it's gonna feel because everywhere I look, or everywhere I turn, the wind is in my face. So, but let's see how we get on. We've got more work to do. We've just got a couple of things to do this afternoon, and then we're gonna get out and get our run done. Hopefully a little bit later on. We'll have to see. It's taken me 12 weeks, but I finally cracked. I'm not risking my life going around the park with the trees, so we're going on a treadmill. So this is going to be horrible, but it's got to be done. So we've got a 2-kilometer progressive run. So we're going to go, you know, start at around the easy pace or supposedly easy pace of 5-minute K, which again is marathon pace, and then drop it down by like 10 or 15 seconds every 2k. So we're aiming to do that between 8 and 11k in total, depending on how much of a warm up and how much of a cool down that I want to do. If it's on a treadmill, it's probably going to be at the lower end, I'll be honest. But yeah, let's go in the gym, let's get this done and then get on with the weekend. Again, this week's been absolutely manic. I don't know if I want to talk about it just yet, but a lot's happened over the last 5 days.
Get Daddy's camera, go, rah! Go, rah! Get Daddy's camera.
None for you.
Marie's and tiles.
Oh, sorry. I just absolutely ruined your shoes.
Okay, Mikey.
Little family day.
Tired. I think there's like a screen in the dressing room.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That.
Ooh, cold one this morning, 1 degree. But again, the sunrise is not that bad. Every week now it's getting lighter, every 7 days obviously, so yeah, it's getting there. We're on our way to summer. Let's go. So apparently there is a little bit of wind today at around 9 or 10 o'clock, so we'll see how we get on because we run down the waterfront, which is obviously the worst bit. We'll just have to see. So yeah, just another challenge to overcome. 1.5 degrees, gloves are on, windy. Let's get this done. Done with the boys. So just a little bit of a headwind, just a little bit. Let's go. So there we have it, 22k in the bag. That was tough, that one. We did 4k warm up and 6k at 5-minute pace or below, or marathon pace. 5k float, 5k at marathon pace again, and then a 2k cool down. We had a massive headwind, which again was not ideal. Yeah. We had a massive headwind, which wasn't ideal, but it was probably it felt really tough today. So it's one of them ones where you go, you know, it knocks your confidence a little bit, because if you're struggling to do 10 or 11k at marathon pace, never mind doing the marathon at marathon pace. But it was just to do with the headwind and a few other bits in there. But my watch as well, when we look at the splits, we actually did the paces that we needed to, but on my watch during the time, I felt like I couldn't get under 5-minute K, even though I was pushing. So overall, 22k in the bag, happy with that. Big ones from next week. We're just going to chill with the baby, and then we've got Abby's High Rock Manchester today, which I'm going to get really FOMO over. So I'm going to play with the baby, have a little bit of a day with the fam, get hair ready because it's the big day of first ever High Rocks, and then we're going to go down. So I'll catch you some videos down at High Rocks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go up. Let's go. Lovely. Let's go up. Let's go. Lovely. Boss girls. Woo! Yeah, 121. Yay! Woo! Just like that, it was Monday morning, so yesterday gave me the bug, man. So like, we got home late night, obviously had the baby, getting minded, so I had to grab some sushi, chilled, woke up this morning, absolutely wrote off, but I've got the bug for Hyrox, I think. So I need you to let me know in the comments which one should I go after next. Obviously, Glasgow is the main one that's next, but it's the same day as Barcelona. So I'm hoping to try and get something in after that, but that could be the next series. So yeah, I went away from it for a little bit, but now after being in the mix of it over the weekend, I was like, ugh, let's go after it and let's fucking get after it as well. So a couple of things with that. That's number one. Number two is that, again, from now I'm going to start to focus a little bit more on physique. A little bit heavy, which I spoke a little bit earlier about in the video. But I said there's not going to be any pressure on it to get like to a certain weight at a certain time. For me, I always float pretty much in a good position all year round. So I could drop a couple of kg and be in a completely different space. So that's what I'm aiming to do. Usually like sub 94 kg is my good sweet spot. So a couple of kg off where I'm at now. And then lastly, this week's been a bit mad. So I started reading this book, which is called Dollars Flow to Me Easily. So I mentioned this on my Instagram, is that I wanted to get more into faith this year. It's something that I stepped away from a little bit. And what I mean by faith is nothing to do with religion or anything like that, or, you know, God or anything like that. For me, it's just about like trusting and understanding where I'm at. Like I felt like the last year or so, I felt like quite unconfident in my ability for the first time ever. Like, oh, is it possible to do this? Oh my God, I feel like I'm failing, like constantly frustrated. Whereas, like I was earlier in the video. And then I thought, no, this year I need to focus on when I was doing my best, which was, you know, when I felt like I was doing my best. I'm doing my best now. 2020, 2021, I was massively into like personal development. I was reading books all the time. You know, I was filling my mind with good stuff. And it's not just about like manifestation, because trusting on its own is one thing, but trusting it with action is a completely different thing, which is what I'm saying. Like I'm doing the work day in, day out, across family, across fitness, across business. And I'm going to reap the reward by trusting that. And I'm not messing. Like I started reading this book on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, we sold our house and we bought a house. Yes, you heard that right. So in the space of like 5 days, it's just us all sorts of like moved. Along with another stuff, like something else happened on Friday as well, which I don't really want to share too much about that, which again is really, really positive. And just off that straight away, I'm like, see what I mean? So I'll speak more about that a little bit down the line. It's obviously early days at the moment, but yeah, this week's been a little bit manic. So just adding that layer on top of everything else. But again, it's been a good week across business, across family, across fitness. As I said, the marathon prep's going really well. I think we've got 7 weeks now to get after it. Starting to get a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. But from now, it'll start to pick up a little bit more. Sunday is going to be a long run, 31k, which would be quite heavy. And then this week, we're going to get a little bit more of the hard stuff in there as well, just while I'm feeling that little bit of extra motivation on top of me lifting sessions like today, for example. So it's going to be a good week. We've got 7 weeks to go, and then we're going to be prepping for the next phase after that. But let me know in the comments what one I should do. Again, I'm not really clued up with this. Someone said Belgium, someone said back end of the year. I don't really know what's going on. So let me know in the comments what one I should be doing. And yeah, should I go singles this time? A possibility. So if you like this video, drop it a like, drop it a subscription, drop it a comment. As I said, we're 50 subscribers away from 1,000, which I'm absolutely over the moon with. If you can hit that from this video, unbelievable. We want to get there as soon as possible. And then the next goal is to get to 10,000. So yeah, any questions, drop me a DM, hit the links in the description, and I'll catch you all this week. Let's go.